What's up guys and girls, you've seen the title. In today's episode, I'm gonna give you my top 5 favorite boots that I have in my collection, along with a couple of honorable mentions. And even though I'm not a boot collector, I have some good stuff in my locker. So let's just jump right into it with the number 5, the Adidas Predator Powerswerve. Now, the first Predator I ever owned was the 2002 Predator Mania, and since then I've basically owned every top model of every Predator that has released. But the only reason the Powerswerve is my favorite over, for example, the Pulse, the Absolute, or any of the more recent models that have released is because I basically played my best football in the Powerswerves. Now, the Predator Powerswerve was originally released all the way back in 2008, and it's definitely the one pair of boots that I've owned the most models of. I literally have had at least 15 pairs of the Powerswerves throughout the years. I still have this completely never worn pair, which I'm probably gonna keep unworn for the rest of my days. At number 4, we have the PUMA evoPOWER Stampa, which is definitely a meaningful pair of boots in many different ways. Now, this is obviously a player-exclusive boot for Mario Balotelli that PUMA used and launched in December 2013 to announce the signing of Balotelli. He jumped over from Nike to PUMA. Now, to me, this is one of the most well-executed, player-exclusive, limited edition boots of all time. Obviously, these were the days when Balotelli was always on the news. And the boot is, of course, decorated with headlines from Mario's, well, all kinds of different adventures. We have Why Always Puma, Super Mario, Balotelli. It's all there in one upper. Obviously, on the boot itself, we even have a sneaky little signature from the man himself. And like I mentioned, the reason it's on my list is because, to me, it's one of the most beautiful looking boots of all time. I'm never gonna wear this boot, but it's a fun memory to have. At number 3, we have the Nike Mercurial Vapor 9 Cristiano Ronaldo Special Edition Ballon d'Or Gold, whatever the official name is. Obviously, these were given to Cristiano Ronaldo from Nike to celebrate Ronaldo winning his second Ballon d'Or. And these are extremely limited. Only 100 pairs were made worldwide. Mine is number 22 out of the 100, and the boot collectors in the entire world went absolutely crazy when these were released. Luckily, I was also able to secure a pair for myself, and as you can see, it's pretty hard to miss. There is a huge signature on one of the boots. And the funny thing is that the first time I was fortunate enough to meet Cristiano, I had the boots with me. I was planning on getting them signed, but in the end, I didn't really bother because sometimes it can ruin the mood if you start acting like a fanboy and start asking for autographs. But the second time around, I wouldn't let myself down anymore. I asked him to sign the boots, and I'm actually really happy for that because it makes them that much more valuable to me. And you might be thinking to yourself, what could possibly be even better than a hugely super limited pair of boots signed by Cristiano Ronaldo? Well, in the end, I always prefer to wear my favorite boots. And at number 2, we have the Puma Future 18.1 Copenhagen City Pack. The story is that back in 2017, Puma reached out to us here at Unisport and asked if we were interested in creating our own little collection. 2 pairs of football boots and a pair of street football shoes. And obviously, anybody that has ever liked football boots will always say yes to a chance to design an official product that will go into production and release to the public. And in August 2018, after roughly 1 year of working on the collection, the Unisport City Pack finally released with 3 products coming out in only 100 pairs each. I've worn the living crap out of these, and not only do I actually really love the fit and feel of the boot, obviously me having my hand in putting this together immediately puts them into a special place in my heart. And I will always be thankful for Puma for giving all of us here at Unisport the chance to create our own awesome collection. Before we get into my number 1, I have a few honorable mentions. First up, all of the CTR 360 Maestri boots over the years were amazing. I also have a lot of love for the Flyknit Ultra, which is my favorite Mercurial of all time. And lastly, out of all the current boots on the market, I have a lot of love for the new low-cut Predator, which is an absolutely fabulous boot, but not good enough to make it onto my top 5 list. But for my number 1, honestly, it was never even a discussion. It's the Nike Hypervenom 1 in the OG colorway. In my opinion, this is the best colorway of all time, slapped on to the best football boot of all time. Now, the funny story is that me and my co-host J-Mike were actually amongst the very first and early people in the world to try these boots on. Nike sent a pair to each of us a couple weeks before the boot was even launched, and I will never forget when we first tried them on one late evening back at the Unisport office, and we were absolutely buzzing about the fit. And that very same pair that was sent to me by Nike is still the one I'm holding in my hands, and I'm desperate to find the same boot in this same colorway in my size. So if you're holding a pair somewhere between sizes 40 and 41, hit me up. And that concludes my top 5 list of the favorite boots I have in my personal collection. Obviously, I'm not a boot collector, but I've been lucky and fortunate to try and own a bunch of cool stuff throughout the years. Anyways, if you want to see more stuff like this one, make sure to smash the like button to let us know you had a good time watching this episode. Check out some skill tutorials by checking the playlist on the bottom left corner of your screen. And with those words, I'm out.